Right now, somewhere tonight, you'll lie down, close your eyes, and disappear. Not metaphorically. Your sense of time will vanish. Your sense of self will blur. And somewhere in the last 7 seconds before it happens, your brain will do something almost nobody knows about. Something far stranger than simply switching off. The easy answer is that you get tired and your brain shuts down. That's not what happens. The real answer is that your brain doesn't power down at all. It changes shape. In the early 2000s, sleep researcher Alan Hobson described falling asleep not as an off switch, but as a state transition, closer to a tide going out than a light going dark. Different brain regions disengage at different speeds. Your hearing is often the last sense to go, which is why a sudden sound can snap you back from the very edge of sleep. Why does that matter? Because for most of human history, that last functioning sense was your alarm system. A snapped twig, a shifting wind. An ancestor sleeping in the open had to drift toward unconsciousness while some part of the brain stayed on watch. Does that sound familiar yet? In the 1960s, researchers studying sleep in unfamiliar environments noticed something strange. One half of the brain stayed lighter, more alert, than the other during the first night in a new place. Neuroscientist Yuka Sasaki later confirmed this using brain scans, calling it the first night effect. Your brain still keeps watch, even now, even somewhere safe. In those final 7 seconds, something else happens. Neurons across your cortex stop firing in their normal organized rhythm. Psychologist Andreas Mavromatis collected reports of this strange in-between state and named it hypnagogia. Thoughts stop connecting logically. Images appear from nowhere. A falling sensation arrives, and your whole body jerks awake. That jerk is called a hypnic jerk, and for decades nobody fully agreed on why it happens. One theory says your brain misreads the relaxation of your muscles as actual falling, the same way an ancestor sleeping in a tree might slip and need to catch themselves instantly. A false alarm fired by ancient circuitry, reacting to a danger that no longer exists. Here's the part that should unsettle you. In hypnagogia, your brain isn't broken. It's doing something deliberate. Neuroscientists studying this transitional state have found bursts of activity resembling memory consolidation, the same process used to file away the day's events. Some researchers, including those who studied the game Tetris with sleep-deprived participants, found people saw falling blocks behind their eyelids for nights afterward, proof that whatever you focused on intensely during the day gets replayed as your brain crosses into sleep. So those 7 seconds aren't empty, they're maintenance. Your brain is sorting, filing, deciding what matters enough to keep. This reframes the whole experience of falling asleep. It's not absence. It's not a void. It's one of the most active filing processes your mind performs all day, compressed into the strangest, least remembered seconds of your life. You won't remember most of it. Hypnagogic thought dissolves almost instantly, the same way dreams do. But your body remembers in its own way. The hypnic jerk, the sudden image, the sentence that almost made sense. All of it is the residue of an ancient watchman, still standing guard, still sorting the world into safe and unsafe, even as you slip past the edge of waking. Tonight, somewhere in the last 7 seconds before you disappear, that same ancient watchman will still be there. Not shutting you down, just quietly making sure you're safe enough to let go.